man.
It was one of those things. I'm like,
I'm gonna have to buy it.
you know when they show things in a presentation, like
It's
you're waiting for some things, and then you see something, you're like, okay, next, just
Yeah, yeah.
automatically next. As soon as I saw it, I said, I don't care, just next,
Yeah,
next thing, please.
It was a big announcement.
I don't
I'm
care
sure
for
somebody's excited for it, but I'm not.
On
Video Game Podcast.
all the best trailers and demos at Gamescom 2020. Let's talk about it, y'all. So Gamescom was supposed to be like the E3 that wasn't, because that got canceled this year.
Well, yeah.
Right.
I mean, at first, my original thoughts for it being canceled was, okay, cool. Now we can get announcements all summer, and it'll be awesome, because everybody still has their stuff they want to announce. They don't have to do it all in one day. How I feel about that now, and how important E3 really is, or an event like E3, it really does help to, give some people a platform to have all eyes on me, rather than some eyes over here, some eyes over here, some eyes over here. And you really get confused on to when this stuff is happening, and there's really no timeline now. That's why we have no prices or release dates for these systems, because they say we can wait until the day before, really. We'll just put it on Twitter and what's going to happen? It's fine. Rather than saying in June, we have to announce this price to get everybody hyped up for it, because this is the time we're supposed to do it.
Right.
Now everyone's waiting for each other, and there's no dates for anything.
Right.
And that's what's crazy about it. And same with games. You're like, all right, I know this game isn't, you don't have to say anything about it until it's ready.
Right.
Which is fine, but that's what Gamescom was supposed to be, I guess. But it really wasn't. It wasn't like an E3. It was just more like
It's a showcase.
it was a
It was
showcase.
really watered down.
It was like
it
a-
was
But they-
very
like a-
watered down.
They made it more like, I don't know why, but an award show.
Yeah.
Why was there any awards given out?
There was like two
At
awards.
Gamescom?
There was 2 awards given out, right? Or some random.
Best in show.
Yeah, I like.
Best in show and best system to come to like hype.
No, it was weird.
And it was weird was because the PlayStation wasn't even in it. The PS4, the PS5 wasn't even in the system.
Yeah.
Amico was in it, and Xbox, and another system. Don't even remember. But the PlayStation wasn't in it, which was crazy.
Shout out to Tommy Tellerico, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it should. That should definitely be in the hype. But
And you know what though? Kudos to
PlayStation
him.
wasn't in it though.
Kudos to Tommy for being transparent and letting everybody know, hey, yo,
Yeah.
system's not ready. It's not going to be coming out in October.
He set a date.
But I'm going to give you information
And a
every
price.
month. And he said a date and a price. From the get-go, he said
Yeah.
a price and a date.
And he said those
That's
other
true.
guys don't have a price because they don't know when these systems are going to come
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
They don't. And
It's
they
true.
obviously they don't.
Yeah.
But I mean, for the highlights of it was good.
Yeah.
Gamescom was good. They hyped up some stuff. Best in the show would probably go to, for me, would probably be Ratchet and Clank
Yeah.
Rift Apart. I mean, they didn't show much new, but they showed in game,
Oh, that looks crazy.
and they showed what they showed, but in game, and that's really what it's gonna be. And a lot of these companies aren't really showing what's gonna be in the game right now.
I think of any game that's being shown, Ratchet and Clank, they show the most.
And it
That
looks
was awesome.
And it
good.
looks ready. Looks
And
ready
it
to go.
looks
It looks
good.
ready to go.
Yeah.
That's a game that looks ready to go.
Well, they announced you could play it in either
Yeah.
4K or 60 frames. I think they were showing.
Yeah.
Was that the 4K one or the 60? It looks smooth as hell.
It
to
looks
me,
really
so
good.
It might have been the 60 they were
Really,
showing.
really look really good.
Freaking awesome.
They had some weird announcements in there too. So, how'd you guys feel about the Star Wars Sims expansion? I didn't. I don't understand, because the Sims isn't like a story-driven game.
No.
So to have a story-driven like arc in it, when there's no story to be followed, I'm like, why?
I guess for the super fans,
Why?
for like the Star Wars super fans, they're
Even
probably excited
watching
about it.
Even watching, they were showing scenes of the movie. I'm like, this is the Sims.
There's some things I just blocked out, and that was one of the
Well,
things I
yeah,
blocked out.
Seriously.
Like I said, oh,
Exactly the same thing. I wrote. I was taking notes through the entire video when I was watching. It's like, it says Lego Star Wars. No. Let's see here. The Sims Star Wars. Why?
That's
right.
That's the only thing you need to have. Like
Question
I
mark.
didn't understand. I
Figure
didn't
it
care
out.
for it. And
Like, I understand people want to live out the lives of the Sims in a virtual world or whatever, but in a I guess
Yeah.
in a
make
Star
your-
Wars
Go to the
world,
bar, get your hands chopped off by a saber. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun.
everyone will be living that same story in
Yeah.
your own unique way. I don't know why that would work.
It might work though.
Just question.
I played
never
The
know.
Sims. I don't.
Yeah, but you didn't play Star Wars.
I know. It must be
I'm
something
saying
new. It must be something new.
It's just Star
But-
Wars is a big franchise. I'm just saying, like, I'm not a huge Star Wars head or
The
anything
Sims
like
is
that,
a
but
big franchise.
but you mix them two together, it's like Lego Batman or Lego
But those
anything.
are games that
Those
you
are-
can play out in story. That's what I don't understand. It's like, wait, I'm gonna.
At least the cool thing
I don't know.
about the game, they all speak Hattis now in The Sims.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's good.
They don't speak English at all. Or anything. It's just the same gibberish.
It's gibberish. It's gibberish. That's all. It's just gibberish.
Hattis.
It's a T, so that means it's different. It's different. It's still not. I mean, do people understand it?
Not proper Hattis.
It's not proper. No, it's still sim. It's still Simish.
Simish.
Imagine if they took that language and then made it sim. I'm like, wait, they're both fake. So this is.
Oh no, baga, oh no, baga.
And it'll be like, it's the same thing you just
man.
said. Same thing you just said.
It'll just be all gibberish, just mashed into each other.
You know how, like, in every Star Wars movie, there's always like a side novel or something like with like the minute character that's shown for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
What if they did that with this and like had a whole like side story for like this one character that doesn't do shit?
I just don't get how they were showing
don't know.
storyline. I just don't get how
I
they
don't
were
know
showing. If you
either,
were
man.
just the characters in the Sims world, fine, whatever. But they were showing storyline. I'm like, I don't get it. I
Yeah,
don't get it.
there
Hey,
was-
look, man.
It was one of those things. I'm like, you
I'm
know,
gonna
like,
have to buy it.
you know when they show things in a presentation, like
It's tough.
you're waiting for some things, and then you see something, you're like, okay, next, just
Yeah,
you-
yeah.
I automatically next. As soon as I
Yeah,
saw it, I
yeah.
said, I don't care, just next,
Yeah,
next,
yeah.
next thing, please.
It was a big announcement.
I don't
I'm
care
sure
for it.
somebody's excited for it, but I'm not.
On another note, they did have Lego Star Wars. And this
That
is
look,
like,
that always looks good. That's
was-
always,
always
good.
fun.
That's
it
always
did look good.
The Lego
Always
games.
I was surprised that they
Yeah.
took it all again and did it differently. And I was like, wait a minute, they're doing a different game with the same storylines again, and it looked good.
It always looks good.
It
Yeah,
looked good,
imagine.
and it's
Always.
for the new systems,
Always looks
which
good.
is crazy too.
You know what makes me think? Why can't they do one without Legos? Why can't they do a good game without the Legos? Why
make
does
them
it have
regular
to be
graphics?
like? Yeah, why does it always have to be
Jedi
Legos?
Fallen
Because
Order.
it makes it good.
You know?
Imagine.
No, I mean like the style
like
of the
the
Legos,
story,
the
though,
style
like
of Legos. You know,
They
the,
had
to
you
co-op
flying.
and all that shit.
Oh yeah.
They had you fly in the jet, everything.
It looks awesome.
And I
Remember
was
the
like,
last one we played was I think it was Clone Wars.
Was it Clone Wars?
That shit was.
That was good.
The split screen went like wherever you
It was a
went.
dynamic split
It was
screen.
smooth, yeah.
It was
really.
so smooth.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
No, they always do a good job with the Lego ones, man.
that looks good. That game, yeah.
I don't know about that sim shit though.
I really like all the hypotheticals the game throws at you, like what if, you know? Like
do a good job.
I was so surprised when they like Palpatine comes out with plastic.
Oh yes, that was actually hilarious. Yes, with the lightning, it's like, all right, hold on, no, that's not gonna work. All right, let me get some real shit.
Nah, they certainly got the humor
No,
in that.
it's
in that
always
game.
funny.
Yep.
But to stay on the last but least Star Wars game they announced, it was the Star Wars Squadrons.
Yes.
And some people get excited over here about
Yes.
being in the cockpit, shooting, all this stuff. I mean, a lot of people buy that arcade game for Atari still,
Yeah.
and it's still big news when they buy that
true.
old game where you shoot you shoot
It's
everything
true.
out. But
Yeah.
this is, I guess, geared towards the fans of that. My gripe is when they have that entire cockpit as a big circle, and it's just taking up the entire screen. And I was like, this is a first-person shooter, but that thing is in the way for like 60% of the screen to 70% of the screen is a big circle, and I'm
love
like, move that back or something.
This
a
is
little
what they
bit.
had to deal with in the
People love it.
movie, man. And they gotta make you feel like you're there.
It's immersion, man. Immersion.
The other views were fine,
Yeah.
and that's
Probably
the type
could
of game
change
it
it.
is. But I mean, it's not the worst Star Wars game. Definitely, it's probably gonna be good. Like, what was the one for GameCube when they were flying?
Oh shit.
Rogue
Squadron.
Rogue
Yeah.
Squadron. That was great. That was
Yeah.
great. If this is anything like that, it gives you that adrenaline. It gives you
Rogue
the
Squadron
music.
was good.
Because all you need is the sounds and the music, and people who love Star Wars are gonna
Oh,
just go crazy.
They're gonna be in heaven.
And the second they hit those lasers, I'm in the game.
And
They're gonna throw in the helmet.
throwing that co-op. You gotta throw in that co-op, man.
They're gonna get the orange jumpsuit. They're gonna be in there.
Not to beat this over the head, but it's made by what is it, EA, and they did Battlefront 2, and
They're
the
doing better.
space dogfights in that game are crazy.
Dope.
It's like the flying in vehicles, it's crazy. So it looks like this game is just gonna focus on that. So if they play anything like the freaking Battlefront ones, it's gonna be.
Is it
insane.
better than Starlink?
As far
What was that?
Starlink was $5.
Damn.
as far as the dogfights, all right. Well, it's smoother on PlayStation 4. Okay, it just looks. It's,
Dude, that made him so sick to say that. Oh my god.
the place it plays.
You know why?
It controls the same. It's 60 frames.
There it goes.
I knew it.
So when you have a space shooter that's 60 frames, it's
can't.
hard to beat, especially. But also in Battlefront, you can kind of you can tilt upside down. The way you can just like go from upside down and fly that way if you want is insane.
Dude,
so,
I know that was a dilemma for you to say that because
Yeah.
you're like, I love Nintendo.
Starlink,
I love Nintendo.
Yeah, he was
but I love
hurting.
60
He
frames.
said, say it.
Starlink has great flight mechanics, has awesome flight mechanics, but yeah, they're a little smoother in Battlefront. So if Squadrons is anything like that, then
better
it's
be
gonna
smooth. It
It's
better
going to
be
be
smooth. Yeah.
really, really impressive.
It's next generation, baby.
Well, my worries is, I mean, if it's distributed by EA, someone up there's going to have their greedy mitts in this cake, you know? It's like,
They've been doing better. They have been doing better.
They're trying to learn from their mistakes.
It'll be
hopefully.
controversial for the first year.
I really hope DICE will have complete independence from what EA wants them to do. And I like you say, game experience, have that great flying in there. If I get to sit in the pilot seat, and even better, have a VR, you know, switching and going, you know,
that'd be
that'd be
nuts.
awesome, you know.
Yeah.
That could be a good idea.
Oh, play that in VR. That'd be
VR,
nuts.
that's probably
That'd be
pretty dope. Pulled
That
off
would
the
be-
right way.
That's perfect for home.
Yeah.
That's like joystick in the middle, VR, you're in your cockpit.
That's
Like
awesome.
that.
Speaking of VR,
I'd probably throw up, but
they had a game that was a VR released there. They had Medal of Honor above and beyond VR.
okay. So now moving on.
That's right.
I don't know how it'll play. I mean, it's a first-person shooter, so usually first-person goes pretty well in VR because it can be on a path, and those are usually the better games for VR. I don't know if you can move around in it. If you can, that's a total different world in VR, and you'll probably throw up and fall. But if it's on a path, it has a chance to be fun.
Medal of Honor was a good series, man.
That's why I think Panzer would work very well VR.
Oh, yes, it will.
Because on
Oh,
a path,
Yeah.
the path
And
works.
that's coming too.
Yeah.
It wasn't here. They did show they show Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time they show
Oh,
more.
man,
They show
I
more of that, which it looked interesting still.
Yeah, it still looks
good,
good,
man.
Still looks
Yeah.
good.
And
Still
people
looks
been
good.
waiting. People been waiting a while.
Is
for
that October?
Did they give a date?
I thought it was
think they
October.
did.
Yeah.
I don't remember. the date.
For the Star Wars thing, it's October 2nd.
Oh no, for the
No, the Crash Bandicoot.
Crash 4.
Oh, Crash Bandicoot. Sorry, I missed it.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing a date for Crash 4,
they
but
said October.
Coming soon. Coming soon.
I'm still
excited.
Yeah.
They sold so much. They got it. They have a franchise again.
Oh man.
As long as it just better be better than the Universal ones. I
It's
swear.
an overrated mascot. But
Yeah, so you say. All right. So
Overrated.
What else we got?
speaking of overrated, they had Call of Duty.
Nah. Segue, yeah. Good segue.
They had Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War.
Jeez,
so,
man, I'm tired of Call
Oh.
of Duty.
well, listen, it's a story. It's a story-based one. I give them credit for story-based ones. I like the story-based.
I
If
do
it's
too.
just if it was just online, I'd be like, all right, this is over. It's over for me.
Right.
But it's a story. It's a continuation of one of their best Black Ops.
Hmm.
So I'm looking forward to it. I'll give it a shot maybe.
Eh.
But you know how we are with Call of Duty. You know,
Yeah.
I'm
we
like
don't
burnt
really
out from it, man.
I like the zombie
mind the
modes. That's
camp.
it. Just the zombies.
Black Ops
I
3
like
was
the
the last one.
campaigns.
That's what I'm saying.
Same
It'll
with
be
me.
a good campaign.
Same with me. I like the campaigns, but I got burnt out after Part 3. Black Ops 3.
You like Call of Duty?
Well, I played a lot on the PlayStation 3, and I mean, I really enjoyed Black Ops. I mean, it's like, wow, back in the Cold War. I really loved the synthy score, but then we got to the online gameplay. It's like, it just didn't feel right. It just felt subpar compared to Call of Duty. What the hell is it? Modern Warfare 2.
Modern Warfare.
I think that had really good online, like it felt very smooth and very quick to move around the map. But then the fucking hackers killed the game.
Oh, they
So-
ruin everything.
They always do.
They
Yeah.
ruin everything.
They always do.
They gave me all the weapons. They gave me all the XP. It's like, what's the point of me playing anymore, you know? So I stopped. I stopped playing it.
Good idea. That was a good.
Same.
That was a good move. They had Watch Dogs Legion, which still looks good.
Yeah.
If you're not
I
getting
thought
Grand
that
Theft,
was out.
no.
I thought that was out.
Listen, if you don't have Grand Theft, at least it's something kind of similar. It's not the same.
I'd probably
but it'll be
enjoy it.
fun.
I'll probably
Nothing
enjoy
but-
it.
No,
like
it's
the-
been quiet.
Part 2 was awesome.
No, that was very good.
Was
That was
very
very good.
They're very
It
good
was
at
more
hiding.
than a GTA ripoff like the first.
Yeah, it's nothing.
First
like
one was more like a.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yep.
not out
Oh,
yet.
we
You
know.
can try that.
Oh, we know.
Then obviously they had Marvel Avengers, which is coming out tomorrow.
For the deluxe edition, it's already out.
Yes,
BigChoco already has it
I could have gotten it.
for the wrong system though.
For the wrong system. Boo.
Yeah, we can't play multiplayer. Is it cross? Is it cross?
You got it for the.
You can't
I don't know
play
if
it.
it's crossplay,
No.
but I know.
No,
they
it's
want you
crossplay with the system with Xbox Series X and Xbox
Yeah.
and PlayStation 5 and 4.
I'll get when I get the Series X, I'll get the Series X version of the game too.
But no Spider-Man.
I heard it might come to
I'm
the
not
game
paying
later.
$120
as
for
far
one
as,
character.
making it cross-platform.
Maybe, who knows?
They should do that. Like just
They
do
should.
It. They just do it, man.
What do you guys think of the Golem game, the Lord of the Rings Golem?
Oh, the stealth game. Yeah, that looks interesting.
Do you think it's needed?
No,
I don't think it's needed at all.
I don't want to play as him,
Would you
crackhead.
rather- Would you rather have it like a regular Lord of the
I don't
Rings?
want to play as a fucking crackhead.
He's not a crackhead.
Dude, the whole part of Lord of the Rings, you want to play as Legolas with the bow and arrow, Aragorn with the swords, or the little hobbit. You want to play as a goddamn crackhead
You know what's funny?
sneaking
powers.
around.
I actually thought the
Powers.
same thing.
That's-
The powers that the ring gives you, though.
I thought the same thing.
I don't want to be no
opens up,
crackhead.
it opens up possibilities beyond.
It's a crackhead simulator. I don't want to be a goddamn crackhead.
You never want to experience what it's like to be a crackhead.
No, I don't want to know what experience to be a damn crackhead. All right?
Without taking the
It never
drugs.
learn.
I thought the same thing, man.
Say no to drugs. Didn't the 80s teach you anything?
No,
the ring. He needs
I
it.
don't want to be a
He
crackhead.
needs the precious.
Wow.
He needs it.
His appearance is always appreciated. Oh, look at that crackhead running around in the background.
They
And
gave him
that's
more.
it.
They gave him more hair.
He does look like he has more hair.
Because
Yeah.
they said they didn't want him to look like a monster. I was like, dude,
And I was
Yes.
like,
What?
we know what Gollum was like. It's
We
fine.
don't want him to look like. Did they
He's not
watch
a
the
person.
films? Come
He's
on,
not a
man.
person.
Well, it's a prequel anyway.
Dude, I have
so,
zero
yeah.
interest in that shit. Give me another sub story like War of the fucking the Mordor games.
Shadow of War.
Yeah.
Shadow of
Shadow
War,
War is
Shadow of
so good.
Mordor. Give me something like that. Oh,
That'd be dope.
A spin-off of that.
But they're
would
giving
be
Assassin's
nice.
Creed Valhalla. That's the same thing.
you need to stop.
Val-
Holla holla. Valhalla.
Assassin's Creed Hollow.
Yes, exactly.
Oh.
Al, you gotta do that with the guys.
Valhalla. And then they had the expansion for Doom Eternal,
Yes.
which is fine if you ever get through your
Well,
glitch
if I-
game.
Yeah.
That's
if they ever
fucked up.
patch
That's
that.
still not
Oh,
fixed.
dude.
You know what? I
Eternal,
haven't.
yeah.
I haven't checked. I haven't checked.
And
Which
then
you
Fall,
just reminded me. I have to check that.
and then Fall Guys season 2, which
Hmm.
is like, wow, how's there season 2?
That's
It was like
quick.
3 weeks
This
old.
is all planned, man.
It's 3 weeks old.
Exactly.
Season 2.
No, this is all planned. This is
Maybe
all
like-
an elaborate.
They're trying to
freaking-
take over the industry, and
Yeah,
they're
dude.
doing it.
They
Well, listen,
freaking
they're
worked
trying
on
to
this for a while.
once they find out and implement like monetizing it better, then it's over. Because you're like, oh, word, you need a dollar costume? Because you're not doing costumes now.
And they will retire the following year.
Oh, yeah, no, money out there.
They're
Have
never
money.
making another game. They're like, we're
Crazy.
good, we're good.
They got
crazy
the
money.
marketing down.
But at least
point,
wait like a quarter, like maybe add a stage here and there. But calling it a season, do it like 4 seasons a year, maybe. But 3 weeks
Well, we
in,
don't know what they're. Well,
it's
Man.
costumes and some stages.
Jeez.
Costumes are ugly.
call
as
it a
hell.
season.
But you could be a knight now.
Man, look at them. Just look at they look like gummy bears running around. You want to put them in a night costume?
Yes.
Who cares?
Yes. You could be a dragon.
Can you be a crackhead?
No, that's a
let me
different
be
game.
let me be a crackhead in Fall
You know
Guys.
what they need to do?
They were already. That was the first costume.
They need a stage where you can.
Yes,
like, have
exactly.
weapons.
The first costume.
That's why they falling everywhere.
Yeah.
They need to have like a last man standing stage where like they have a weapon in the middle and everybody has to fight for it. Does it
Oh
look
gosh.
Like the
that would
swab
be-
in Bombfest.
Yes,
Knock
yes.
them off.
Yes.
I like that.
Right?
That's
Night
actually
Squad.
smart.
They have,
That's smart.
they have like an off
fuck,
number
fuck,
of them,
fuck.
so there's only enough for like maybe half of them.
There's 5 There's 5 little swabs and there's
Right.
10 of them.
Yeah, yeah. For every,
And that's it.
They had a few other games. I mean, if y'all want to talk about it in comments, if we missed something, put it
Dragon
down
Age
there.
4.
yeah, if you want to talk about
whatever.
That was like that's like
Wow.
pre
That's
production.
It's not even
yeah.
not even ready at
That
all.
was just
They had like the blueprints for it.
We're not
much.
ready
Yeah,
yet.
that's why I didn't talk about Age
I'm
of
glad it's
Empires
coming
at
out.
all
I'm
either.
glad it's coming out.
Of course you are. You're a fan of
They're
it.
You don't
working
need
on
that.
it.
You don't need that in your life right now.
Well, they're working on it. We don't know if it's coming out. Let me see.
Yeah. They're working on it, right?
How many games in the show
Damn.
that never come out?
BioWare, man. BioWare.
But overall, show was decent. It just reminded me too much of the Game Awards.
Hmm.
Like it was the same
Yes.
premise.
it was same shit.
Yeah.
So if they did it more, I needed to be more like special. I don't know, like how Nintendo used to do their directs, and they would have like entertaining skits and like just not all just games, but something to do with it, and just make it somewhat entertaining, rather than just here's this, who won this, blah blah blah. It's just so stale. They're not live. They can make it
Right.
perfect. They can fix stuff. They
Yeah.
can add effects. Like, look at the Devolver Digital.
Yeah.
Like, look at their presentation.
Right.
I mean, I talking
They're
about
awesome.
crack. there's a lot of drugs involved.
That was funny, though.
The way they do it,
It was funny.
They make it seem like there's a lot of drugs involved, but that's entertaining as all
Yeah,
hell.
no, that's good marketing.
So that just means that you could do what you set out to do when you want to do it.
and they
So
have a lot of fun doing that.
and it looks fun.
Yeah.
They're having fun. You're having fun. So you can't
Exactly.
say anything about it. You can't say some bad shit about people having fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You have bad shit like if they're saying some stale script and they're just reading. This is what I feel about this. This makes you do this, and this is the game we've been working on. Like, okay, all right.
Dude.
All right, we want to hear it from the heart. Say it again. We're feeling like you worked on this game. Say it with feeling, and we'll feel it with you. That's all we ask.
Dude, every time when you say stale, I always think of Ken Kutaragi with the Ridge Racer.
Ridge
Ridge
Racer. I mean, he said it fun. He had fun with it. That was fun. All right.
I mean, it was,
But it was
yeah,
whack.
But it was like so like
It was so
it
empty.
was not exciting.
No. They could have did like a big thing behind them or do like a joke. Something.
It was,
I mean, that was so cringy when the 99 Nights guy came out on Konami. It's like, yes,
oh yeah.
everybody dead, you know.
They can make it entertaining.
Oh, I love
That's the
that.
sad part is when they don't.
Yeah,
and
man.
they did the whole show. They had all summer to work on it, and it came out okay.
But you know why though? Because of E3 is gone.
But E3 hasn't been entertaining for a while either. So once they
Yeah.
got, it was,
Well,
they
I
changed the
like
whole.
I like the live aspect of E3 when they have the
Well, when the
showcase
people
and
there,
when
yeah,
people
yeah.
fuck up and
yeah,
then, like I just
Yeah.
love that.
that gives it a different look. I
Every
mean,
year
but you
there's
can't have
always-
anybody.
What was the
around.
girl who said bear? It was like bear with me.
But they
I
tried.
love that.
I
That shit went
appreciate-
viral. That was like, that was so
That's
awesome.
the charm.
I appreciate the try.
What about the YouTuber that
No, that's
That
not
messed up.
trying.
That was
That's
funny, man.
Terrible.
Oh, he got
he
nervous.
he didn't have he didn't get
That's
nervous.
terrible. It froze.
The teleprompter froze.
It froze.
Oh,
Oh,
sweet.
yeah.
So he didn't have it.
I live for the fuck ups. I live for
So he
them.
had no idea.
and it
what
was
to say
live,
next.
and he's like,
And he didn't know what he was even
he's
talking about.
like,
He was just a celebrity.
He ad-libbed the whole.
Celebrity.
I felt
No
bad for him.
improv skills.
It was funny to watch, man.
Was it a Gran Turismo something?
It was it was Need for Speed or something.
Something.
I think it was.
It was a
something.
racing game. It was a racing game, definitely. But he didn't
think
know
it was
anything about it. He's like, I don't know what to say now. That's why you got to get somebody who loves the game. That's why even if it's off, you can be like, yo, this is amazing. I love
Yeah.
it.
Get
It
someone
does
who's
this and this and
passionate about it. It's easy.
that. I mean,
to
it's
talk
great
about
to
it.
read off of
He's like,
teleprompter. It's
yeah,
fine.
it's a really good game.
I mean, do what you always
Yeah.
did in grade when you had to review books. Like, oh, it's a book about a story about something that is.
If he did that, people would love it.
Yeah.
People would love it more than hate it.
Oh man, it's great.
Wow.
But yeah,
Wow.
so that was those are the highlights.
Yep.